Hi guys, welcome back to Planet Mithril. My name is Mithril, and today we are back with my Buffed or Nerfed series of videos, the series that takes profiles from the old edition of our beloved Middle-earth strategy battle game and compares them to the brand new edition and the brand new models that are coming out in the new edition. And today I'll be tackling Shagrat, the captain of Cirith Ungol. Now this one really hurts for me because I miss old Shagrat, but I'll explain why in a moment. Let's start with his old profile. He came in at 100 points and was a hero of fortitude, which meant he could only lead 12 models in his warband. He has a movement value of 6, fight value of 5 with a shoot value of 4+. I don't know what he's throwing, maybe they're shiny shirts. Strength of 5, defense 5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4 with 3 might, 3 will and 3 fate. He was a tough nut. He could push through some hits. In regard to war gear, he has armor and a sword, so he could use the Faint Special Strike if he chose to. He was all about offensive heroic actions, with Strike, Heroic Strength and Heroic Challenge being the 3 heroic actions he has got available to him. In regard to war gear, and this is where I'm feeling a little bit sad for poor Shagrat, he could have the Shield of Cirith Ungol for a minor 10 points. Now this would up his defense by 1, I believe, take him to defense 6, but crucially it was described as a barbed shield, so when Shagrat charged into combat, he got knocked down. Similar to cavalry, he will gain +1 attack, knock characters down, and then get double dice to try and strike them. So when you factor that into a 3 attack model with fight value 5 and strength 5, turning that into 6 strikes to wound them if you get the charge off, that hurt. That was really nasty. It was so efficient at cleaving through just rank and file models and just disrupting the enemy lines, knocking down battle lines, and, you know, being able to get rid of some of those heroes. Maybe not the top tier heroes, not your Aragorns, your Boromirs, but he could hold his own for a couple of turns, particularly if he got the strike off and charged into combat. The last thing you want is an Aragorn falling on his bum with 6 strength 5 strikes coming into him. That makes for a very sad Aragorn, or very sad hero. He could also have heavy armor for the cost of 5 points as well. In regard to special rules, he only had Blood and Glory, which basically meant if he killed a hero, he would regain a point of might spent earlier in the game. Now, when you factor in 3 attacks, fight value 5 with strength 5, knockdown as well on the charge, so 6 strikes going in, he's got a decent chance of killing some heroes in a game. He could walk through captains, he could walk through minor heroes, your Faramir's, your Erestors, those kind of things. With access to strike and strength as well, he could really put the hurt on some of those tougher heroes if he wanted to. A little bit of careful play had to be used, because the last thing you want is an Imrahil or an Aragorn counter-charging him and just going ham with Anduril. He was a real threat on the tabletop. But now let's tackle his new addition. He is now a base value of 110 points, so he's seen a 10-point increase base, and he is now considered a hero of valor in the, well, it's actually the only one army list he can be involved in, the Cirith Ungol list. So now he can take 15 models in his warband, which is a nice little buff there, I think. His stat line has stayed fairly similar. It's got a slight couple of changes. He is a move value of 6 with a fight value of 6 now, so he's had an increase in the fight value up to 6 from the 5 it was, with a shoot value of 4+. I still have no idea what he's apparently throwing. Still maintains his strength 5, still maintains his defense 5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds. He's also courage 5+ with an intelligence value of 5+, with still maintaining his 3 might, 3 will and 3 fate. Much the same as the old edition, he still maintains his armor and hand weapon now, so he loses the access to the Faint Special Strike, and he still maintains his really killy, really offensive heroic actions with Strike, Strength and Challenge. In regard to his special rules, his Blood and Glory has changed now. The rule effectively stays the same. It's now just termed General Hunter, but the rule is the same. If he kills a hero model during the game, he regains a point of might spent earlier. So that's the same, it's just under a different moniker now. And now he's got a brand new rule, and one that I loved shouting at the event, even though it very rarely came up. I don't think it came up at all, actually. But he's got,
hands off! That shiny shirt! That's mine!
This basically means that in a game that requires holding and capturing of objectives, Shagrat can basically steal them off of other friendly models. He has to pass an intelligence test to do this, and if so, any models within 3 inches of him that are holding an objective, he can basically take it off them and hold them himself. This is even allowed if the scenario doesn't let you, and also Shagrat can hold multiple objectives even if the scenario wouldn't let you do that. So he has got quite a bit more utility there in regard to what he can actually do on the tabletop and those scenarios that involve objectives and capturing items on the table. You can kind of put all your eggs in one basket and funnel them all into this defense 5, fight value 6 monster, who's, you know, not the toughest nut to crack. But obviously no longer having that shield or access to heavy armor, he does only maintain his defense of 5. So it's a gamble if you do that, I think. If you're going to start taking the objectives off all your friends and holding them on Shagrat, the last thing you want to do is be running him at the front of your forces to get shot at or killed or struck down by a tanky enemy hero. You're going to want to run him away or hide him somewhere so he can hold on to all his precious shiny shirts, all his loot, and hopefully win you the game. So it feels a little bit counterintuitive, but I can understand what they're going for in regard to making him feel a bit more themey, giving him a bit more utility rather than just this combat monster. Particularly with the buffs to a certain spider, who I'm not tackling today, but I will tackle very soon in another video. It does feel like Cirith Ungol's lost a bit of their kind of killing power, because Shagrat's always been that combat hero. He still maintains quite a lot of that, especially with fight value 6, strength 5 and 3 attacks with 3 might, but I'm just sad the shield's gone, man. I'm really sad. In regard to killing power, actually, he does have one more special rule. This is called Cleaving Blow, which basically means any natural 6s to wound, after fate points, any successful wounds that go through count as 2 wounds rather than 1. So, yeah, I'd say he's still fairly solid at taking on some of those multi-wound heroes and multi-wound models. He's not necessarily going to walk through them as easily as he used to, particularly with that shield. Again, I'm so sad for the shield. I still wouldn't underestimate him on the field of battle, particularly with that fight value buff, and he's still a fairly tanky orc hero. The defense 5 lets him down a little bit, though. It does mean that normal warriors are going to be wounding him on fire, so you really want to play him offensively if you're not playing for that gather the objective game, which he's now potentially built towards doing. It feels like they've kind of amalgamated the original profile for Shagrat and the shield bearing one, and got us one that's a bit of an all-rounder now. He's got a lot more utility, I think. A lot more roles he can fulfill on the battlefield rather than just killing, because otherwise Cirith Ungol just kills. It's nice to have something that they can kind of rely on to help them with objectives and help them achieve other things, and let Gorbag and the Spider and the Cirith Ungol models just do what they do otherwise. So I am personally, this might be a little bit controversial, but I'm actually going to put Shagrat in the buffed category. I think the bonuses to his fight value, the extra special rules, the theminess of those, of that shiny shirt rule, the cleaving blow as well. I think he maintains quite a lot of his killing ability, albeit less because of that shield. But yes, happy to say that Shagrat has been buffed, and I look forward to running 1,000 points of Cirith Ungol sometime for you on the channel very soon. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to make sure you never miss a Mithril upload. Don't forget you can support us over on Patreon for a little as £1 a month, or join the Treasure Trove tier, where you get access to loads of really cool, really helpful digital resources, and early access to all painting tutorials for a week before they hit public release. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.